the Subterranean event chain, where a burrowing civilization below your very feet reaches to the surface and begins to interact with the wider universe, has been in Stellaris for a long time. Now, however, you're going to get the ability to play as that civilization because we have now got the Subterranean origin coming with Stellaris Overlord. So let's dig into it and find out what's going on. A subterranean species has evolved to live under the surface of their homeworld. This has led to a more environmentally versatile society. You will start the game with the Cave Dweller trait. Cave Dweller gives plus 50% species minimum habitability. Now that is something new, something we've not seen before. Minimum habitability, I believe, is different to regular habitability in that this species will always get 50% habitability on any planet regardless of its biome or its type. But that 50% will not contribute to the normal habitability, so it will take quite a few bonuses to bring you over this bottom threshold of 50%. You'll also get plus 15% minerals from jobs. That's really good, but there are some drawbacks. Minus 20% pop growth speed and plus 10% empire size from pops. At the moment, this trait apparently costs 0, that is right, absolutely no trait points, but we know from Aquatic that they might rebalance this to just 1 trait point. At present, we don't know for certain if we can or cannot stack this with Aquatic, though I would suspect, given that we're seeing an ocean world here and Aquatic is greyed out on the left there, unlike all of the other traits, that would mean you cannot have Cave Dweller and Aquatic together. They are mutually exclusive. And if you're enjoying this video, please dig into that like button. Your species will also construct cities underground. And what is very cool is we're getting some completely unique city background images. If you look at the city background here, it is very much different to anything else we've had before. When Aquatics came out, we thought we might be getting some underwater city backgrounds, and some people were quite disappointed that we did not. But it looks like here we are definitely getting some cool new city backgrounds. This leads to a plus 10% increase in building and district costs and a minus 10% build speed, so that's definitely a bit of a drawback. However, your colonies will suffer minus 75% damage from orbital bombardment. Yes, you heard me, minus 75%. That will basically mean if you only take Unyielding and the second tradition there to get an extra 25%, or Adaptable for the same thing, you will be at the maximum minus 98% damage from orbital bombardment ridiculously early. We could pair this with something like Reanimators and Undead armies to create some truly impregnable worlds. This is going to be such a meme if you're trying to defend with it. But we're not done there. Mining districts will also be uncapped on all of your worlds. Yes, in addition to that nice juicy plus 15% bonus you're going to be getting, you'll also have uncapped mining districts, which, unlike having uncapped agriculture districts, is massively powerful. These mining districts will also add +2 housing, and every 3 mining districts will grant 1 additional building slot. So if you pair this with something like Masterful Crafters, you will never really need city districts, as you can use mining districts and industrial districts to get all of the building slots you'll ever need. This is pretty bonkers. But what do you think about this new Subterranean origin? Let me know down in the comments below. You can, of course, offset some of those negative bonuses like the minus 20% pop growth speed with such things as Xenophobe or Fanatic Xenophobe. That would literally cancel that out. And given you've got a minimum 50% habitability on all of your worlds, you don't really need other species in order to colonize any worlds, even in the early game. Once you've actually colonized your worlds and sunk your teeth into it, it will be very difficult for any enemy to shift you off them with this phenomenal minus 75% damage from orbital bombardment. And whilst all of those parts are nice, I definitely think the true power here is getting those extra mining districts, because obviously they're uncapped, and 3 mining districts will be granting 1 building slot. We'll have to see how this shakes out, if it gets a nerf at all, but for now, this looks to be a very powerful origin. But what are we going to do with all of these extra minerals? Well, we should almost certainly be using them to increase our alloy production. Alloys can be produced most efficiently on Ecumenopolis worlds, and if you'd like to know more about Ecumenopolis worlds, click the video on screen now.